We're live.
We are live.
All the way live, yes.
Okay, peace, happy and healthy family and friends. Welcome to the 30th episode.
Yes.
Of Happy New Day with Ari and Jay.
The big 3-0.
Yes.
Wow.
3 is knowledge and wisdom and numerology.
All that good stuff, huh?
Yes.
Okay, get into the frame.
Okay.
Get your pretty self into the frame.
Oh, thank you. Yes. So today we're talking about activated charcoal.
That's what we're talking about? I thought we were talking about how to get over holiday hangovers.
Well, but that's the answer to the question. Getting over holiday hangovers.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a couple of things to add on to that. I just went straight to the point.
Yeah, but nobody making a point.
Okay, well, holiday hangovers.
Yeah, do y'all know what activated charcoal is? Half the people don't even know what activated charcoal is. They think you're gonna bust some bricks off of the grill that they just been grilling on all weekend.
Oh, that's not what's gonna happen today.
Yeah.
Not for this show. So, what is activated charcoal?
You ain't even asked nobody how they weekend was.
Well, I do want to know that too.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that I stay on point. My mind is okay. What are we going to talk about today? And then, how are you guys doing today? How's your weekend? What's so funny? How was your weekend?
My weekend was great.
Oh, what made it so great?
I was with you.
Oh.
Any weekend that we together, it was great.
That's usually every weekend.
Yeah, then every weekend's been a great weekend for quite some time.
Oh, well, that sounds very, very nice to have weekends together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so we got a chance to do our first presentation for the Suicide Awareness Program. So you didn't let all kind of stuff out. You just
that's why you're here. That's why you're here, because we can balance each other.
Yeah, you came too quick.
No. 16.
You came too quick. Ain't had no,
Didn't warm them up.
No foreplay for the show.
Didn't warm them up.
Just jump right in.
Well, that was not the intention. I apologize if I abruptly,
Oh, it's all good, man.
discombobulated the show.
Oh, it's all good. The show.
Am I in the right space?
Oh, you in the right space.
Okay, just need to know.
Yeah. Anyway, we did our first presentation for the Suicide Awareness Program, which was we had some kinks. It was we worked through a few things, but we got through the presentation, and it did what it needed to do as far as bringing awareness to mental health awareness, especially as we close out the month, mental health awareness month. And one of the major challenges within that is suicide. Is typically associated with a mental health challenge that has gone unchecked. And so to be able to close our last weekend of the month out with our first presentation, that really worked out well. I'm looking forward to doing many more. So if anybody, we can do the presentations virtually or in person. We prefer to do it in person, but they can be done virtually through Zoom. And so if somebody needs something like that within their organization, community center, church, school, we're available. Just give us a call, DM us, and we'll jump on that schedule and we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Yes, so that was cool. And then we apologize for the tardiness of our show, but we're in holiday mode too. And so it's like, oh wait, we got a show. We got to go do the show. Yeah, so we're here. And as the title states, is how to recover from holiday hangover. So for everybody we hope that you all enjoyed your weekend and are still enjoying your weekend, because we still got one last day of a glorious Memorial Day weekend. And also major props to all veterans This is y'all weekend and whatnot, in remembrance of what all you've done for, to help preserve, peace on our borders. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. And, we pay homage to each and every one of you, within, your respective military services. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, but for everybody that's partying throughout the weekend and dreading having to go back to work tomorrow, we wanted to touch on some ways to, overcome that quickly. Yeah, overcome the holiday hangover that whether that's from what you've eaten, what you drinking, what you drank, or both, or all the above. How to recover quickly from that. So now, yeah,
you can avoid hangovers. I remember I was part of a retreat, and there was a lady. We all had our drinks, enjoying ourselves, and there was one lady. She wasn't drinking. I'm like, well, where's your glass? And she said, well, I can't drink. I said, why? She said, well, because having drinks, it does something to me and something with my stomach. And I said, oh, just get some activated charcoal and it'll help to absorb the issues going on, and then you'll be able to, you won't have a hangover necessarily, but you could, enjoy your drink and not have any physical issues. That day, she went and got activated charcoal, and she thanked me because she can drink now.
Oh, yeah.
Because it helped to soothe whatever issue was going on in her stomach.
Activated charcoal. What it does is, it neutralizes the excess acid. Actually, what it does is it alkalizes. Let me stand correct. I'm using the wrong term. Well, it'll neutralize issues, but it alkalizes. It has an alkalizing effect, and anything it comes in contact with, it alkalizes it on the spot. And so a lot of times what happens is that holiday hangover feel, whether it's from alcohol, technically it's alcohol poisoning, or the foods that we eat, where we have an overabundance of acid in the system. And so you start to feel that heartburn from that food not digesting properly, or the effects of the alcohol. We've gotten so much liquor on the system that the liver isn't able to process it fast enough. So the number one thing you can do is hydrate. Drink as much water as you can to help flush your system out, especially if you don't have access to the charcoal. And then take a couple of the activated charcoal capsules. Or if it's in loose form, you need to put about a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon in a 8 to 12 ounce glass of water, and then drink that, and that will neutralize all it'll alkalize it'll start to alkalize the body, and then it'll aid in digestion and actually help you flow and release everything that your body's holding on to. And then it'll also start to flush out the liver, and then and clear out the digestive tract, and then also helps to purify the blood. So the activated charcoal, it's like a mini detox, and it's probably all you need is just a little teaspoon of that and some water, and it will really clear out any kind of bad situation that in a quick fast and in a hurry. Our youngest daughter, a few months back, actually, what was it? About 6 months ago? Yeah, about 6 months ago. We've been trying to get her to do a detox forever, and she's been avoiding it. And something she ate, some kind of Chinese food that she had. And I guess that was like the last straw in her little system. and it sent her stomach or gallbladder, and it just went through an eruption process, and it started coming back up, and she was so bent over she couldn't even use the phone to call me as far as to figure out what was going on. She was in so much pain, and so she had her brother call me, and it was like, like it was an emergency, like, they were thinking about calling the ambulance and take her to the hospital. And I said, well, before you do that, go get the activated charcoal out of the cabinet and have her, as a matter of fact, because it's such a severe situation, I said, put a tablespoon in some water, and then have her drink that, and I'm on my way. And and I was all the way, I was like almost 45 minutes from the house. And 15 minutes later, my daughter calls me back. It's like, Dad, everything's okay. And I'm like, wait, what you mean everything's okay? I mean, I knew, but it was just such a situation where it was like she was in such dire straits, she could not even articulate. She was in so much pain, she couldn't even articulate what was going on with it. And so, but in that, 15 minutes later, the activated charcoal had flown, it went through her whole system, neutralized all the acid that was coming from her gallbladder, and boom, she was good to go. Yeah, so much so that she bypassed getting a detox. And I was like, girl, look, I've been trying to tell her forever. I was like, you can't keep bypassing getting this detox. He was, oh, no, I'll get to it when I'm ready to. When I'm ready. And I'm like, no, you got to get it. And so, that being said, that activated charcoal is a game changer. You should always have that on hand, especially during the holiday times. At least, have a little bottle with the capsules and take a few. One thing to be mindful of with the activated charcoal is that you can't take too much of it. Like, you can take it. Yeah, you shouldn't. Like, because you'll know that you've taken too much of it, because when you go to use, do number 2, and it looks like, starts looking like charcoal bricks, then you got a problem. You overdid it. So, because too much of it can, as much as it helps your body flow and release, too much of it can coat your colon. And then it actually can kind of work to the opposite. It actually constipates you over time. And so it's cool for a short-term, quick release, maybe, a few days if you're experiencing issues that are ongoing and whatnot. But just for like a quick holiday, I didn't, you done had one too many. You want to recover, you want to sober up quickly. Activated charcoal, that's a game changer. Yeah, it's something to always have on deck, especially if you're having a party or something. You see somebody that maybe did a little bit too much, and like, here, let me slide you this so that everybody can sober up real quick and then go on and do their thing. Then as far as food is concerned, people experiencing indigestion, they didn't went way too deep on it, on the ribs for the weekend and the macaroni and cheese and potato salad and the
pie.
They done got loaded up. Activated charcoal. Number 1, hydrate. Yes. Hydrate, and get that activated charcoal in, and that's gonna really help to alleviate those challenges.
Yeah. Makes a difference.
Yes.
I mean, activated charcoal is something that everyone should have in their medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
Even I remember back in the day when I would go to the clubs and stuff,
What? You was out there driving?
I went to the club a time or two.
You was driving like that?
Some may say. Some may say. Take activated charcoal before you go out. Completely different scenario, because like you were sharing, it absorbs and neutralizes, so you don't, it's avoiding the hangover.
Okay.
And just easy, have fun, and have fun.
Yeah.
But activated charcoal is something, like I said before, everyone should have in their cabinets, and it keeps you from bloating.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, does anybody have any questions? Questions.
We're going to have an extremely safe holiday, and
Yeah.
tomorrow we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
All that good stuff. Yeah, well, yeah, we've got a somewhat of an abbreviated show today because we're still in holiday mode ourselves.
Yes.
And so, yeah, we didn't want to hold y'all too long. And so, we love you all.
Yes.
And we wish you a safe and happy holiday. And once again, you know, major props to all our veterans, the people that have served our country.
And their families.
And their families, yes.
Oh my goodness, and their families.
And also, you know, the ones that have experienced loss. You know, we want to make sure, you know, we, you know, are in remembrance of those individuals as well. And, you know, prayers go out to you and yours. And, yeah, I guess that's about it. Yeah, we're good, baby.
Si, senor.
Okay, well, blessings to you all. Have a wonderful weekend.
Yes. Peace.